This ranking is based on the play score, a standard rating that averages gamer reviews and critic reviews. Opening at number 10 is Valkyria Chronicles Remastered. If war was an anime, then Sega's cel-shaded take on a game that involves flying bullets and political intrigue is a major success. This 2008 PlayStation 3 game takes a remastered form into the PlayStation 4 with grace and passion. Set in a war-torn land in the first ever entry to Sega's cult favorite, Valkyria Chronicles, control a band of heroes in their effort to quell the enemy empire from amassing an impending invasion. Utilize the game's unique tactical combat gameplay called the Blitz combat system. Players take control of characters in the battlefield to move and shoot enemies via turn-based and real-time moments. Aside from its hybrid gameplay, the story is gripping with political heights. The cutscenes and the game's gorgeous art style also comes into full form due to its 1080p and 60 frames per second improvement. It's an amazing game with a play score of 8.82. Number 9 is Dragon Age Inquisition. BioWare's descent into the world of fantasy and magic brings forth one of the biggest RPGs of its year. A game of the year during its time, Inquisition stands out as a true follow-up to the Dragon Age franchise. Stop the Fate from destroying the world as you're the chosen Inquisitor to lead your army of heroes from all around the Dragon Age universe. The game has so many new features, including a huge open world to explore, deep RPG mechanics, multiple branching choices, and a combat so satisfying compared to the previous games. Due to the game's larger scale, the addition of more than 100 side quests can add variety to the game's main story. It's BioWare's most ambitious game to date, and the hype continues on as Andromeda calls us out to become the Pathfinder. It has a play score of 8.83. Number 8 is Dragon Quest Builders. Straying away from its signature gameplay elements, the team from Square Enix decided to make a game that engages new and old players into the living world of Dragon Quest. Longtime fans of the series might feel a big change in this entry. The world is now voxel-based. Similar to Minecraft, players can build, create, and craft items to help rebuild a world after a cataclysmic event. Use your character to progress civilization to salvation as you explore caverns, fields, and houses to find the right components and help your community grow. The RPG mechanics remain steadfast like its series, and a heartfelt story mode that offers tons of surprises for the players. It's a fun game, accessible to kids and adults, making it a deserving entry to our list. It has a play score of 8.88. Number 7 is Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. If anyone wants a good dose of a true RPG, then this game developed by Larian Studios could prove worthy in your quest to find that perfect blend of adventure and good combat. Divinity Original Sin is unlike most RPGs, though it may share similar features to Baldur's Gate, Diablo, and other top-down games with the same elements. It's not afraid to show off its good points. In this game, it lets the players find out who they are, instead of following a generic story that's ham-fisted into most RPGs. Aside from its story, the game's combat feels so open and filled with possibilities. The game's primary feature lies in its use of the environment via magical abilities. Remove a poison cloud with fire, strike lightning on water, and so much more. This makes players engage in various experimental combos. This enhanced edition comes with high-definition overhaul and smooth frames for those sweet magical explosions. Its deep RPG mechanics grants it a good play score of 8.90. Number 6 is Odin Sphere, Leif Trasir. A gift from the gods, this HD remake of the classic PlayStation 2 favorite shines with bright lights and glistens with handcrafted visuals, with smooth graphical overhaul. Leif Trasir is a 2D side-scrolling brawler with direct inspirations from Norse mythology, Shakespeare, and fairy tales. It's a love letter for fans of the good old side-scrolling adventure. Take control of 5 characters in different interwoven storylines as they're set to find a powerful weapon that can destroy their world. Each of these 5 characters show unique stories, skills, and endings. This remaster is highly praised for its polished optimization, intuitive controls, and a detailed storyline. It's also one of the top remakes of 2016. It has a play score of 9.01. Number 5 is Fallout 4. Bethesda's post-apocalyptic franchise returns with its 4th radioactive entry to the Fallout universe. Travel to barren wastelands, abandoned laboratories, makeshift towns, and creepy facilities in a destroyed Boston looking for your missing son. It's one of Bethesda's biggest open worlds to date. It's filled with new characters, multiple branching stories, and a time-consuming base-building feature. Take hold of the game's new features, including the freedom to pick between factions. Craft powerful weapons to survive in its ghastly, irradiated world. The game was a widespread success. Critics praise the game's open world, but criticize the heavy reliance on action sequences. It's a convoluted mess, but the game's still good. Also, Fallout 4's DLC can add hours and hours of new content to the game. Bring out the mods. It has a play score of 9.02. Number 4 is Diablo 3, Ultimate Evil Edition. This is the definitive Diablo game to date. If anyone wants to get a taste of the ultimate Diablo experience, then this is what they're looking for. Packed with smooth 1080p resolution, 60 frames per second, and with the Reaper's Souls expansion, it's something Blizzard fans would want on their PlayStation 4. Take a break from their Blizzard games for a moment and jump into the dark dungeons to loot rare items, slay evil demons, and survive a dastardly difficult roguelike experience. Forget the game's early reactions and witness this polished and uncompromised version of Diablo 3. It has a play score of 9.12. Number 3 is Bloodborne. Step into a Victorian-inspired world filled with ugly creatures and upscaled game difficulty, because this game is not for kids. From Software's PS4 version of Dark Souls comes with a darker twist to a whole new lore. Play as the hunter in a quest to find something in a world torn apart by a dark presence. The game is a much faster version of Dark Souls, although the rest of the combat remains the same. The rolling, dodging, and dying can always rekindle your nostalgia for the Souls games, but the addition of ranged weapons adds more variety to the game's intense combat. Filled with deep in-game lore and unique monster types, Bloodborne is a love letter for Lovecraftian fans. It has a play score of 9.15. Number 2 is Dark Souls 3. 2 From Software games in one list? Imagine the number of accumulated deaths players had from these games. Hidetaka Miyazaki's morbid creation of darkness and insanity comes into full form in this third entry of the Souls series. Experience video game hell because this is the biggest Dark Souls game to date. Topple down enigmatic threats and face off angry kings and dragons because this game isn't child's play. Use your wide array of items and weapons to eliminate these souls and banish them from the world. With 2 big DLCs in its stead, get ready for more hair-pulling moments and satisfying monster kills. It has a play score of 9.17. And here are the runners-up before we reveal the number 1. Transistor. Supergiant Games' mesmerizing entry to the RPG scene follows the story of Red as she finds her voice and takes revenge on the people that caused her ruin. Engage in its fun combat filled with blazing lights and pixelated dust. It has a play score of 8.81. Salt and Sanctuary. Enter a bleak and desolate world in this Dark Souls-like journey where brutality and permadeath meet in side-scrolling fashion. It has a play score of 8.80. Stardew Valley. More than RPG, this casual farm building game manages to take every player to its most peaceful state with fun story, enjoyable gameplay, and soothing music. It has a play score of 8.80. Final Fantasy XV. 10 years in development, this latest entry to the Final Fantasy series kicks off with a wild ride of intense action, emotional story, and Ignis delicious recipes. It has a play score of 8.77. Disgaea 5, Alliance of Vengeance. Void Dark is enslaving the Netherworld, and it's up to the demon Killian to stop him. Its cute art style and humorous dialogue take nothing away from Nippon Ichi's deep RPG mechanics. It has a play score of 8.77. The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim Special Edition. It's still one of the best games ever, except with some add-ons and a few more tweaks to smoothen out the edges. Not exactly the big overhaul some expected, but if it's not noticeably broken, don't fix it, right? It has a play score of 8.74. Gravity Rush Remastered. A remaster of the PS Vita title, with enhanced graphics, smoother frame rates, and all the DLCs of the original game. It's a gravity-defying hit that soared above the competition, with a play score of 8.73. Hyperlight Drifter. Let this colorful RPG suck you into its beautifully pixelated world and provocative atmosphere. While it's a callback to the action games of old, this crowdfunded masterpiece delivers its own style on the genre, with a play score of 8.73. Bastion. Another entry from Supergiant Games. Help the kid rebuild a lost community, as the world has recovered from a calamity. Cool narrator included. It has a play score of 8.70. Darkest Dungeon. Embark on a dangerous quest as your party steps into a grueling descent into insanity with the game's affliction system. Survive the Darkest Dungeon with a play score of 8.69. You can get these games right now by clicking the links in the description box below. Number 1 is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. If anyone wants to talk about the finest RPG ever created by man, then CD Projekt Red's masterfully crafted video game shines on every list. The Wild Hunt is a breathtaking send-off to one of the best video game series out there. Follow the story of Geralt of Rivia as he finds the Child of Prophecy. Step on an unforgettable adventure as players meet old friends to aid him in his quest. Escape from the clutches of the Wild Hunt as Geralt imbues his perilous quest with fluid combat mechanics. Mix potions, craft items, cast signs, and create runes in the game's deep and rewarding RPG system to eviscerate monsters and kill humans. In a world where black and white is subjective, pick between the lesser evil because this game contains more than enough choices for multiple endings and interactions. Awarded by many for being the best RPG ever created, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt is a Guinness Book World Record holder for being the only game with so many awards. There's no denying, Witcher 3 deserves the #1 spot in our top 10 PS4 RPGs so far, with a play score of 9.26. We can't wait for Cyberpunk 2077. Bring it on, CDPR! Thank you to these awesome contributors from around the world who helped us translate our videos to their respective languages. If you want to take part in the growth of our What to Play community, please translate your favorite What to Play videos to your language. Simply click that More button below and select Add Translations. We publish 4 gaming videos every week. Don't miss any of them. Click that bell button beside subscribe, check the send me box, and save. Don't forget to like and share this video to your friends. To receive the latest play score and gaming updates, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Google+.